Is this thing on? Retro? Who decided this? Every girl needs a bag of chips. Whether or not these are valid sources, debatable.
Guess who's back? Welcome back to Valid Source. Valid Source, Colorado's favorite podcast about the things the internet swears are true. I'm Harley, and this is Ashley. And we are two curious ladies who decided if we were going to spend 3 hours falling down a research rabbit hole, we might as well hit record. You were thinking it, we said it. Let's go. Ashley, how are you this week? What's new? I went to a restaurant that I've never been to, and I had this really huge pork chop. Okay. And I'm like obsessed right now, and I want to go back. Okay, so my husband actually loves the pork chop at this location, and they have it on a lunch special, I think. Oh, what? Okay, well, this is the best pork chop I've had. It has a sweet and salty taste, but I don't like sweet meat. So it wasn't that sweet. It was very savory. I don't know. I was just, I'm in love. Okay. I had to share some with my man. Wow. And I wasn't happy. Yeah, I'm never happy about sharing food. Unless I'm willing to give it to you from the get-go. Yes. I don't want to share. Yeah, I had mentioned that I brought some for him, and I thought I was like, that means you're giving it. Okay, well, I thought I was going to have a piece left, and he was very excited, and he's like, I'm going to put it in the oven, and I was like, I lost it. It's not mine anymore. Yeah, that makes sense. How about you? How was your week? Well, my week was good. I had a bit of a mishap. I sound very clumsy and have all these random incidents happen. My wonderful dog has a bit of separation anxiety, and my husband and I were leaving, and our dog tried to come with us. And in the midst of it all, he ran between my legs, and I reached to grab the door frame to catch myself and ended up getting my finger smashed pretty hard. So I got to go get x-rays on that. It's not broken. It looks horrible. It does look disgusting. Yeah, in case you're wondering. And my nail will fall off, so that's not great. But my fake nails did save the day, and they said that that's probably why it's not broken. Oh, so there we go, ladies. If you get asked, why are you spending this money? Or why are you doing your nails? You're protecting them from being broken. So yeah, that was my week. Yep. That's not great. It's all right. It could have been worse. I also went to a golf course for the first time. Oh, yeah? Yeah. I was there. I'm a golfer, though. Dude, that's a very dangerous sport. I don't think people should be walking around in those places. Nobody knows where their ball is going to go. I don't think they actually know. They kind of know. And also, if you're there, you are aware that there's balls, so you are kind of on the lookout. No, it's not safe. I would advise against it. Okay. Because you're putting your lives in danger out there. I actually heard of somebody that got hit in their calf. So. Really? You did? Yeah. Yes. I swear. I could tell you. Like someone you know? Yes. At that same event we were at. There's a lot of alcohol involved. No, that person was not alcoholized. I don't know. I don't know that part. I'm sure they were. I don't know, but somebody got hit, and that's exactly my point. Also, there was a broken window, I heard, which I was in shock because you're like, oh my gosh, if you live near there, that's another concern. The insurance policies are typically higher. Yeah, but you don't want to go to your backyard. Do you? Do you go to your backyard if you live there? But also, this is going to get into something a little bit. I've heard some conspiracies about golf courses. Huh. If you live within 2 miles of a golf course, I've heard this. I think I have. The pesticides and stuff are leading to dementia.
earlier
And like
on.
it's getting in the soil and
Your
then-
water. So,
fun fact for
but you're
everybody
having
this
fun
Tuesday.
outside. So,
You're having fun outside. Wow.
anyway,
We're already starting off a little rough.
I'm excited to hear what we have planned
Oh,
for
I'm going to
today.
take us down a rabbit hole today.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if I should start with a little bit of how we got here.
Yeah.
Okay. Naturally,
Mm-hmm.
people are now wanting to tell me their conspiracy.
Yep.
Yep.
This happened to me today.
Oh, okay, cool. And I love to hear it because I don't know them all, so I want to hear them. And honestly, my feeds are now changing.
Okay.
Have they for you?
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really been on social media or
Okay,
anything
well,
recently.
when I connect, I can tell that things are changing. I know that they know that this is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Somebody mentioned to me
Mm-hmm.
that they thought the FDA was getting paid on the side. They were having side deals to get things approved.
Okay.
I've always been like, the FDA is a little shady.
Mm-hmm.
They're approving these things, but I've never looked into how things get approved, what it means. I honestly didn't even know all of what it approved. So I was like, okay, I got to dig deeper and I want to know, is this happening? Is this fraud? Are we just getting poisoned on purpose because of money? So I went down that rabbit hole and that's what we're going to discuss today.
Okay. I have a feeling I'm not gonna like the answers.
Well, no. So I'm going to ask you first, is there a food that you love and you're like, okay, this is really good, but you know for a fact that you are poisoning your body every time?
Doritos
Ooh,
or Takis. I love chips,
chips are really good. I love chips too.
and I know they're not good for me.
Okay. Have you ever used an app to scan it or to look into what it has?
Yeah. Oh, I did that
Okay.
with A1 sauce once. Don't do that.
Is it bad?
It's really bad.
Okay. So you can, and I use this a lot. You can use apps that you can scan the barcode and then it will tell you, okay, this is the additives that this food has. And then it'll tell you if that specific additive hurts you and how. And then it'll tell you like high risk, low risk, right? All that stuff.
Yeah.
So I have scanned it and I've also run into chips are really bad. I really like Pringles.
Oh, I don't love Pringles.
Well, they're terrible.
Yeah.
And I actually do feel a side effect from them. So I know that they hurt me,
Mm-hmm.
but they're so good. So it's like, whose responsibility is this? I don't know. Obviously, we're to blame.
Yeah.
We are consuming it.
Mm-hmm.
But should these things be in our food to begin with?
No.
No, I don't think so. Okay, so we're going to get into it.
Oof. I'm excited. Not excited. I'm a little concerned, but I know it'll just make me more aware.
The FDA looked it up, and this is synonym.
Okay.
Food and Drug Administration.
Oh my God.
That's what it stands for.
Duh.
Very simple.
Okay. I knew this.
It's named what it does.
Yeah. That
Okay.
makes sense.
I actually wish they named things like this more often.
Me too.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm like, what is this? It has nothing to do.
It gets too confusing
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
So before the FDA,
Mm-hmm.
things were actually pretty gross. Okay. People were allowed to create medicine and sell it with no regulation.
Okay.
And same with food.
This kind of reminds me of in the last episode, we talked about how in Colorado, they just now like had it so that you could sell room temperature food. Remember the tamale hack? So, okay, I'm interested to see where else this goes.
Okay. So back then, they would just sell food. People would get sick. There were no repercussions, right? There were no guidelines, no rules.
Ew.
Which it's really gross, but it makes sense. Like as we become like, think of like AI, right? That's the new thing. Right now, we don't know. We don't have laws. It's never happened before.
True.
And I'm pretty sure like every time there's a new invention, we have to also invent rules for them.
Yeah.
So like when the internet came out and social media, there were no laws.
Yeah, we didn't know really what it was capable of.
Yeah, we didn't know it'd get this far either, or how badly it would affect us. So that's what happened with food. There was no labeling. You didn't really know what you were consuming at all. So people could just put anything in there. And so multiple things were happening. They were selling poisoned milk that killed children for a while.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. There were patented medicines, but there were no ingredients. So you actually wouldn't know if you would have like a reaction or if it would like affect with another medication like you do now.
Oh my gosh.
They often also contain narcotics, right? So you're taking very strong stuff and you're not even knowing how strong it is. There was a situation that happened where there was a company packing meat and their conditions were apparently disgusting. This is kind of what that the FDA started.
Okay.
Where people were like, hey, we're all getting sick. There were a lot of public deaths and people were contaminated. So the public started demanding that there would be rules put in place, which is kind of how laws are made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
People realized that we couldn't trust other people to, take care of our food. To be honest, when I read this, I was like, oh, wow, the FDA gets so much crap.
Yeah. For all the stuff they allow, but then there's things that they don't allow.
Yes. So, in a sense, they are there to protect us, and they have been. There are a lot of problems with the system, but I believe there's a lot of good that has come out of it too.
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons. So, what the FDA is supposed to do is supposed to do pre-market testing. So, companies must prove drugs work and that they're safe before sale. Food safety inspections, recalls, and safety standards. They regulate the labeling, so they want honest labeling. And post-market surveillance. So, they monitor and make sure that after things are approved, there are no problems.
That's a lot. Okay.
One of the big problems that they end up having is that there's a lot of pressure to approve things and approve things fast.
Oh, no. Okay. This is not going to be good.
But then they also want to make sure that things are tested because we don't want to kill people. Right? So they need to make quick decisions. But
sounds like we need a little bit more people working there.
Though. Maybe. I don't think it's a staff problem. I think it's a rule problem based on what I've researched.
Okay.
But they have two goals that are kind of contradicting each other. One is fast and then the other is safe. And I don't think you can be safe and fast. Right?
I think there's efficiency. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
You have to cut corners if you're trying to be too fast.
Then you can think of construction, right? You have to have safe people and you want them to produce and be efficient, but you don't want them to go so fast that they're ignoring their safety guidelines.
Right. I think that's a good comparison.
Thank you. Now we'll talk a little bit about how that's going for them. Okay. Some really bad situations have happened.
Okay.
That is why they have this bad reputation.
Okay.
Okay. One is called, I'm probably going to say this wrong. It's Vioxx. Okay. It's a medication. Vioxx.
Okay.
It was approved in 1999 and it was prescribed to about 2 million people.
Do we know what it's for?
Yes. It's a medication that is to help prevent pain and inflammation.
Oh.
So about 2 million people get this prescribed. And then they pulled it because they realized that there was a lot of heart attacks and stroke. They estimate about 88,000 had heart attacks from that medication and 38,000 died.
38,000 people.
And that's like the ones that we can link it to that because there's also a problem with data, right? We don't have all the data. And sometimes people can have multiple causes. So then,
holy smokes.
But that's what's linked to it. They ended up settling, I think it was for billions. And I've read somewhere that was like 6 billion. And then I saw that it was like 4.8. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but also a lot of deaths occurred and a lot of people were affected by this.
Yes.
That was one of the largest drug settlements and one of the big backlashes that they had. Then they had a weight loss, fen-phen, F-E-N-P-H-E-N. This was in the 90s.
I feel like I've heard about this one.
Yeah. That medication caused pulmonary hypertension and heart valve disease. And it was approved with inadequate data that led to thousands of lawsuits. So that was a situation. And that's medication.
For weight loss?
Mhm.
Okay, people. I just have a thought that this is translating into something that's very popular right now. Who knows?
Yeah, you have to be careful because you have to wait for things to have data.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in the beginning, they don't have enough
Nope.
data to make these decisions.
Just my thought.
Yeah. You want to make sure you have information, right? Another thing that had huge backlash was food related. And this one is a little crazy to me because when I was reading about this, I was thinking about high school health class. And I don't know if you remember when they would talk about food, they kept warning us about trans fats.
Yeah.
Well, trans fats were approved to be used by the FDA, and it was generally recognized as safe.
Trans fats were recognized as safe.
Generally recognized as safe. Is normally GRAS. That's what the beaver vanilla extract is.
Okay.
So all these things are recognized as safe. But there is a huge issue with how this is monitored and how it's labeled.
Okay.
And I will blow your mind. Okay.
Okay. I'm
So
buckled up.
in the early 1990s, when they were looking at trans fats, they realized that it was linked to heart disease, right? Which I think this is what I remember learning a lot in high school time.
Yeah.
I just remember there was a lot of talking about it. And then in the mid 2000s, they were like, okay, it's definitely causing heart disease. Okay. Then they were like, okay, we're 1,000% sure now.
Okay.
So that happens. And in 2006, New York City bans them in restaurants.
New York City.
New York City.
Okay.
So once they start, did you hear when I said the year? That was New York City?
Yeah.
What year was it?
2006.
2006.
What?
Well, in 2015,
it took them
there we
9
go.
years?
The FDA finally moved to eliminate them nationally. And the ban took effect in 2018.
It took even more time after they decided?
Yes, it just took so long to act. And based on the research I was doing, they explained that it's just because they want this data and the data is not quick to get. And it takes time to evaluate all this information. But I'm like, but if we have suspicion, I think suspicion is good enough to take a pause.
Reasonable suspicion, right?
9 years to do the math? Something's
But
wrong.
then there's 2 more years that it took them to
For
even
it to-
put it in act.
It's crazy. So that one, I was like, whoa, this is insane. I just want you to know, I don't think I even heard that trans fats were eliminated.
I don't remember it being like a thing.
Me neither.
I don't
I
even
do
know what
remember-
trans fats are. Like, I know they were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were still a thing.
I thought they were still a thing,
I don't
too.
know what they are.
I don't know what they are. I don't know. But I remember they were unhealthy and it was mentioned in my
Yes.
health class. That's it.
Yep.
Well, it was killing people.
Like the asbestos.
CDC estimated the ban could have prevented about 20,000 heart attacks and 7,000 deaths per year.
Okay.
That is really sad.
It is really sad. I have a really sad thought, but what if it's a thing? Okay.
Okay.
What if this is how they're doing population control?
Oh.
Because it is the government in charge of these things. Just a
Yeah,
thought.
I've had those conversations before too, where it's like, I know we're overpopulated. That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
Back to trans fats. Denmark was the first country to ban it in
Good job.
2004. Go, guys. Also, I hear good things about them. Should we move? Let's check that out.
I had a friend that lived in Denmark for a little bit, and they said it's super small. But I hear good things about it.
Once they banned it, they saw cardiovascular deaths dropped by an average of 14 per 100,000 people annually 3 years after. They were able to show that change really impacted heart disease.
Yeah. Like in a pretty reasonable time frame, considering it took them years to put it in a perspective in the state.
We don't have an exact body count because there's a lot of data that gets incorrectly classified and all that stuff. But with the data we have, I feel like it's enough for them to have made quicker decisions.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. This is another interesting data point.
Okay.
Drugs approved between 2001 and 2010, right?
Okay.
During that time frame, about a third of the drugs approved had safety issues.
That's a lot.
In 1988, 4 FDA employees found to have accepted illegal gratuities from generic drug companies.
What?
11 generic drug companies found to have falsified data and applications to the FDA. It's interesting because these people are submitting an application and they're putting in the data. Even though they're being reviewed, there's a little bit of an honor system here. And when we're talking about big pharma, I don't really think we're thinking about the honor part of the honor system.
Yeah.
You know? I think they're thinking about the money.
They're thinking about the money. That's messed up. You should lose your job immediately.
Very
and never
concerning.
be allowed to work in the industry again.
It's also reported that 9 out of 10 FDA commissioners between 2006 and 2019 went to work for the pharmaceutical industry right after they left the agency.
Nice. Cool.
It doesn't really mean anything.
It's suspicious.
But it's suspicious. That's too many of them. And why are we switching?
Yeah, exactly.
It makes no sense. There's also structural conflict, right? Industry user fees funded approximately 65% of the FDA's budget. And this was used for human drug review activities in 2023. The FDA has not systematically reevaluated GRAS substances since the 1980s.
I'm sorry. What? We're just like, oh, they're there, but it's fine.
We'll look at them another time. There was a 2021 court case that found it unclear whether the FDA even has authority to make GRAS notifications mandatory. The court said the remedy lies with Congress.
Congress, get on it.
Yeah, well, Congress hasn't acted, and it really hasn't been a voting issue for people. People don't seem to be very concerned, which I'm surprised because I see this stuff on social media so much.
Yeah, but are we just like not doing anything about it? We're just complaining about it?
I guess so. It seems like it.
You know that we're going to have to do something about this now.
We could start a pledge.
Or there might be a pledge. We should look into that.
It's mind-blowing that nobody has clear authority. We're just like, yeah, if you decide to put this chemical in your food, don't even let us know.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's fine. We've said it's fine.
I don't understand why you would call things generally safe without knowing.
Yeah, because now I'm like, okay, so iodized salt, we do something to that, right? Because it's not pure salt. So is that process not being worked into? Is that generally safe? It has like microplastics. And I heard once upon a time there's shards of glass and stuff.
Or have you ever seen where they do magnets?
Oh my gosh.
What is that called? Where there's like little
shards?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they even find it in baby food.
And rice. This is insane. So Congress, I'm upset with you.
I'm upset. Also, it's been too long
to just like set it and forget it.
Like you guys implemented a system and an agency to monitor the stuff. People are literally caring sometimes more about testing on animals
than on us.
Than marking products generally safe and us just eating them. We're consuming all these products.
We are the animals.
We're animals too.
Yeah.
That should be the t-shirt hashtag.
We
We're edibles too.
Is it party edible? Oh my God, we could do bachelorette shirts.
Something else is that big pharma and the food industry lobbies very hard against new rules. Obviously, it's not convenient to them because it makes their food expire less, which makes them save what, a nickel per item or something, maybe $1 max. But
yeah, in this economy, who knows?
In this economy, maybe $1.50. There are user fees, right, for the applications.
Okay.
And for them to do reviews and all that stuff. And that covers about 65% of the FDA's budget, okay, when it comes across all programs.
Okay.
Okay. So they're not really doing an illegal bribery. This is a payment for, right? Because we have to pay people and all that stuff.
Right.
So there are fees collected for this.
They're just putting stuff on top of the fee.
Well, when I'm looking at this, which this is something, I'm sorry, I just find this very suspicious.
Okay.
Okay. Looking into this, there hasn't been like popular cases where we've caught someone and we've like prosecuted them for accepting a bribe. There were the 4 guys that accepted gratuities, but that wasn't really technically a bribe. It wasn't money.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing is there's a part where there's allegedly a controversy, okay? According to Public Citizen, Biogen executives held meetings with FDA officials in ways that allegedly violated FDA protocols to secure a pathway for approval. But what does that mean?
It sounds like they were holding meetings on the side and they're like, hey, if you like, this is a great drug. And they're like influencing almost.
Or it could be like what's your retirement plan? Or what are you planning to do in 3 years?
Oh.
Come work for us and we'll pay you this ridiculous salary. And that way it's not a bribe. Because I'm not paying you the money now. But it must be like some sort of verbal off the books agreement.
Don't ever trust those people.
I don't like this.
Don't trust verbal contracts.
So Public Citizen called for resignation of top FDA officials. I don't think they got what they wanted, but they did air it out. You know, they started the controversy.
Okay.
So that's just an interesting fact about what's going on.
I don't like this.
I don't like it either.
It's very sketchy.
And while we're on the topic of being sketchy,
okay,
there are an estimated 10,787 substances that are allowed in U.S. foods, and the FDA has never reviewed thousands of them.
What?
And this is the part that I was telling you earlier that would blow your mind. This completely destroyed me.
Okay.
The generally recognized as safe part that I was saying earlier, it was meant for ingredients that we've been using for years, like salt, vinegar. Okay.
All right. They just labeled that.
That is what it was meant for. Things that we've been using for years and we haven't found links to issues. So we're like, it's generally safe.
Not like dextrose.
What is dextrose? A chemical?
It's a sugar.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
So that's exactly the point. So it was meant for these things that we have been using and we know there's no problem. But companies must prove new additives are safe before use. Okay? However, they can self-declare their own chemicals as generally recognized as safe. I guess GRAS is the acronym, without FDA approval or even notifying the agency.
What?
Do you feel that?
They could just be like, hey guys, so this is actually safe. Don't worry about it. We don't have any evidence, but we know it's safe.
Yeah, but they don't even have to tell them. I don't even have to tell you, hey, I think this is safe. I just get to say, yeah, I'll put it in there and it's safe.
What?
I'm like, what?
Are they doing this with medicine too?
This is just with food. So this is called secret grass, and it is completely legal. There's nothing shady about it.
Nothing shady.
Nothing shady about it. It's, again, the honor system. So thousands of popular food items contain chemicals the government has never reviewed. The FDA has not systematically reevaluated grass substances since the 1980s. There's no clear FDA authority. Congress hasn't done anything about it. And yeah, people aren't doing anything. We're just not making it a problem.
I think we should add more jobs to this to make it a bigger problem that gets solved and has more regulations and more research. So I think we should focus our efforts on working in the FDA.
I don't want to work there.
You don't want to do what you do now for like just the FDA?
No, because you know what? Because it's high stakes. I feel like that must be so stressful. You have to make decisions. You have big pharma pressuring you.
You're not the one making the decisions. You're the one presenting the evidence that makes the decisions. You don't have to make them.
The companies are doing that, which also doesn't make sense because they're right. Whatever. This is messed up. The system's messed up.
I think we need more people
We
in
need
FDA.
a new system. We don't need no. We need a new system.
We're trying to change the world.
We need no A. The answer is no. No more things in our food is what we need.
No more things.
Yeah, maybe FNA. Is that already something?
I have no idea. There's so many acronyms out there.
Yeah.
Probably.
Anyway. So, grass additives are still in our food supply. BHA is a common preservative.
We've talked about that before.
And the FDA has been reviewing it because it's been linked to cancer, but it hasn't been banned.
It hasn't been banned.
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Yep.
And Europe has banned it already.
Yeah, Europe seems to be ahead of us by a lot.
And have you heard of people that are gluten
free? Oh, gluten
free here.
Yeah.
And they go to Europe, no problem.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
It is interesting. I think it's all the stuff that we put into our gluten that makes it horrible.
Yep, I agree.
Weird.
Something else that's popular is food dyes. There's multiple food dyes that have been linked to cancer and are also not banned yet.
Is this Red 40?
Probably.
I think that got banned recently.
I don't think so.
Have you seen Cheetos and Doritos have come out with the natural colored ones?
Oh, is that what we're saying now? Because
that's what they're saying.
Perhaps. Oh my God. This is kind of gross.
Is it the bat poop?
It's from my house. I found a really old Dorito in an area that I can guarantee you no one has looked in for a year. And it was
pristine.
You could have been like, oh, I just dropped this and ate it. And I'm pretty sure it would have tasted just fine. It looked wonderful.
It's like the Big Mac.
Oh, yes. And the receipt is all messed up and stuff, but the burger's still the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another one is artificial sweeteners, which you mentioned earlier.
Bears Seeds, Battlestar Galactica.
Yes. Yep. A lot of those are grass designated, and then there's mixed research on the effects of that it causes in our metabolism.
Nice.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's so interesting.
So there are movements. Okay. The FDA definitely knows that there are opportunities.
Okay.
They have the intent to eliminate self-affirmation without notification. But the problem is that they are moving at a glacial pace.
Yeah, they can do something about you being like, oh, this is totally
in like
fine.
40 years. I feel like we might get this resolved. 40 years.
This is concerning.
And then this is a fun Colorado fact.
Great. Since we're here.
Colorado's favorite podcast.
About the things the internet swears are true.
Thank you. Last month, okay, Governor Polis approved in Colorado to import prescription drugs from Canada.
Whoa!
But there's something really interesting about this.
Oh. Okay, what is it?
Okay, so based on what they were saying is it could save tens of millions of dollars across 20 drugs for diabetes, HIV, and cancer. So those medications by us importing them, we'd save so much money.
But
however, Colorado has been trying to pass this since 2019.
okay.
And they finally got FDA approval. In Florida, this was approved in 2024. And they built a warehouse. Okay. Huge warehouse to store these drugs. And as of now, it's been completely unused.
What?
Yeah. Why do you think?
Big Pharma.
What?
They don't want to cooperate. They don't want us to import drugs from Canada. Obviously, even though we have FDA approval, we still need to convince Canada to actually sell it to us.
No one wants to do anything right now.
We need the drug companies to cooperate. We need Canada to cooperate. And they haven't. But the reason that people think that Canada is a good one is that they have regulatory safeguards to protect their drug supply.
I've heard things about Canada too, and they're literally not that far. They're literally on the same continent.
Canada has safeguards against importing as well.
Well, yeah, they're a lot more restrictive on what they give to their people.
Exactly.
Which is a good thing.
Thank you, Canada.
And literally the rest of the world, we just have these horrible...
Not Europe, apparently. Allegedly.
Europe is doing good, right?
We don't know.
Oh, we don't know?
That's what we're being told. That's what the people say. At this point,
Well,
we can't believe anything. In the spirit of asking if the FDA can be trusted, they are building a food safety lab in Denver. It's going to be a biosafety level 3 facility.
Okay.
It's going to be one of the biggest ones. $228 million. That's how much they're going to spend on making this lab. How does that make you feel? The whole Colorado and Florida thing. Do you think this was actually a win now that you know what happened in Florida?
I think we always think we can do something different, which I hope we can.
I hope we can.
We see these instances where people try to do something good and then it just kind of falls through, but I think we can do it.
Maybe. I hope so. I hope we help Florida too. How much safer do you feel?
Not very safe at all.
I'm also, what was annoying to me is initially when I'm like, oh, what is it for? Right? Why did this even start? I was like, oh, good, they are protecting us. Look how far we've come. And it is true. We have
come
to
far.
Recognize the good.
Yeah.
We have come far. But
not very far.
Not that far. Okay. And it's been a lot of years.
Just in the time frame, from the 50s to now, literally all of the stuff that's gone on and what's acceptable, what's not acceptable is mind-blowing.
Yeah. Things have changed.
The Office, I love it so much. That could not fly now.
Really? I don't remember a lot of it. So.
There's a lot of topics that are very touchy.
Yeah, we watch a few things that as I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, well, that's a conversation. I gotta talk to my kids about this. Yeah, it's always a new thing. And then I have to say, oh yeah, back then, it was okay to say things like this, but now that's not okay at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't have to have those conversations.
Not
I'm
yet.
just like, whoa. Not yet.
Oh yeah. So if we're talking about movies, do you know Zoe Kravitz? I think she's beautiful.
She is beautiful. Her dad's
Obviously,
beautiful.
yes.
So I'm like,
Her dad is beautiful. She's engaged to Harry Styles. Did you see that?
I did. I was a big One Direction Harry Styles fan.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk still about Taylor Swift's wedding.
Yeah.
Lots of news about that. And then, what else did I see?
Oh, I have something.
Ooh, what?
Okay, it's not celebrity gossip.
Okay.
But it was something that blew my mind that's not in the news as much as it needs to be.
Okay.
So, have you heard the story of 71 12 to 14-year-old girls?
71. Okay.
Age 12 to 14 girls were found in the New York sewer system.
This is insane. What were they doing there?
What were they doing in there? So allegedly, where these girls attended school and they were at this park and they went exploring.
No.
Into the
71 girls. I'm sorry. There is no way.
Nope.
There's no way.
How are we not like covering this on a national scale?
What were they like on a school field trip and then like they snuck away and went in there? Like, I need to understand.
That's what these people who rescued them say, which it doesn't make any sense to me because I'm like, okay, so these men are saying that they rescued these 71 girls, middle school girls.
No. You know, I can tell you exactly why not.
Why?
Okay. Right now, you and I are two different people. Okay.
Yeah.
Very different people.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's add 69 additional people that are very different. Okay. Whoever had this idea had to convince 70 other girls to go down there. And I'm telling you right now,
that would
not
never
even
happen.
Not even 90% would have all said yes.
No.
That makes no sense.
So I went down a rabbit hole on this
As
because
you should have.
Yeah, it was shocking to hear this information, but I heard that allegedly, okay, this is TikTok facts, but I did look up the other stuff on the actual internet. Okay. I did my fact research, but this, I cannot say it is a valid source. 100%. Allegedly. Okay. So apparently these men who had a like secret society in the sewers. So I'm like, then you start going down that rabbit hole.
So we found 71 girls in the sewer system. And then there's a community of men with an area in the sewer system.
Allegedly.
Were those girls there voluntarily?
So the story says that these men have like their routes in the underground sewer system, and the girls are then presumed to be led down there, right? And then they have to find their way to the meeting spot, according to that story.
Okay, because this is the thing, right? Remember, I was like 90% of the girls wouldn't even get it. Where are those other girls that were like, that's a bad idea, let's not go in there?
Yeah, I don't know.
So they're nowhere. I would have bet, and my friends are like, I'm going in this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd be like, here's some rope. Like, if we're going to do this, let's be correct.
Okay.
So that you can come back to me in case you get lost.
Or we're in 2026. We have GPS on our
But there
phone.
might not be signal.
That's true.
So I'm thinking rope.
Okay.
Like, fine, you guys want to go? You go.
Not 71, though.
But all 71 went. And then, like, another 200 stayed outside waiting because they're not all going in. This is in my scenario.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm giving you rope. What is this meeting spot? How do you know what's in there? And what would your meeting spot be? You know what I mean? If you're exploring, you don't know what to do. Why are you going to a meeting spot?
Exactly. I think it's gross adult.
Yes.
And society, what we've somehow managed to like allow happen when we know it's so wrong. There's
and that
the Epstein files. Hello.
I was just going to say that age is so vulnerable. It doesn't add up.
Or it's a cult.
I feel like that's too little to be in a cult.
No, because they don't know. Like when you're born and raised in a cult, you don't know that it's a cult.
Like, and if you're raised in that cult, you won't know. But I haven't heard of a sewer cult before. Like, this is new.
So like people are in the sewers and they were referring to them as like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then it got serious.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's then like 71 girls in the sewer. That doesn't make sense. Why?
No, especially that age.
No age.
Poor girls. That makes me feel really bad for them. I think something crazy happened.
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense.
Well, and so like being in the sewer brings up its own set of problems because there's flooding.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
There's toxic gases in the sewer.
Ooh, why would you go in there? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then like the bacteria and stuff that you can accumulate while down there. Don't go in the sewers.
Yeah, guys, let's not do that. Harley just told us why not. Also, it's not something nobody wants to be there. I did see, and this is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was no manhole cover,
Uh-huh.
and this girl like opened her door to her car and fell through a manhole.
How do you do that though?
I mean,
You're just not
okay. I'm sorry. When I open my car door, I'm not like
Maybe.
first.
I'm a little.
And you're getting your purse. You're right.
Yeah. Okay.
Your cup, if you have it. If you don't have, if you have
I
a
have-
traveling cup.
I have my emotional support water bottle.
So you have your water bottle, your purse. You open the door. You just step out.
Mm-mm.
So
Okay.
sewers are terribly dangerous. I don't think anybody should be playing near them,
No.
around them, or walking on the covers. No.
Okay.
You're welcome for saving your lives.
Mm-hmm. In many ways today, we have...
Yeah, in many ways. We have given you great advice.
Yeah, and then we just throw Harry Styles in there.
Exactly. Okay, well, I guess the only positive thing is Zoe Kravitz is getting
Married to Harry Styles.
whoa.
Whoa, they're gonna have beautiful babies if they have them.
Are.
If they have them.
And that is a wrap on another episode of Ballad Source.
Ballad source?
Thank you so much for spending your time with us. It means the world to us.
If something we said made you go, wait, what? Share this episode.
Send it to a friend. Drop it in a group chat. That's honestly the best thing you can do for us right now. Check out our link tree below. You can find us on social media, our website, and if you want to submit a topic for us to research, there's even a link for that too. We want your weird, your wild, and your crazy conspiracies. I'm Harley.
And I'm Ashley.
You are thinking it. We said it.
See you in 2 weeks.